how to connect, how how to create your best body with spending less time in the gym. All right. So I haven't done a Facebook Live in a while, but I'm gonna just tell you now up front. I have spaces now. I'm ready to work with some women who want to make sure that they enter 2025 in the best health possible in my $1 million program, $1 million body program. One of my clients recently has just dropped 20 pounds, feeling awesome in there. So yeah, we are rocking it in the $1 million body program. So if you want the details, you know where I am. I might drop it in the comments below so you can get access to it. All right. So the bane of many of the women I work with are killing it in the gym. They're like, right, I'm regular in the gym. I'm eating fairly well, but the body just doesn't seem to be getting the results that I really wanted to get. All right. And you're also maybe starting to wonder, well, how am I going to be able to continue hitting the gym 4 or 5 times a week? I've got launches to do. My business is going to be growing over the next how many months and years? Like, how am I going to be able to achieve that, right? And I'm going to just talk about 3 or 4 things that I see that you can change in your how you work out, how you live, that can actually make your health goals, your body goals become a reality in less time. All right. So if that's something that you want to hear more, drop a 1 in the comments. Let me know that you're live and you're listening. We just have a little check. And I'm going to dive into it. All right. So we got some listeners. Okay, number 1 then. One of the big things I see is that when someone comes to work with me, I look at their program and there is a lot going on. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff going on. There's exercises that potentially don't need to be there and exercises that should be there. Now, I know for you, time is short. All right, so one of the things I do is I go through and I'm like, right, take this out, take this out, take this out, take this out, put these in. Okay, so one of my signature things in a $1 million body program is what I call Thrive with Five. Okay. And it literally does is that I put together a training program with 5 exercises that cover your whole body, but that means that you can change your body, you can get better results with less time. And what it also means is that if one of my clients maybe has to travel, etc., you can work out anywhere and still keep on track, because I think that's probably one of the biggest issues that I see is like, right, I'm gonna have to travel. How am I gonna be able to keep this level of activity up? All right. So number 1, there are too many exercises in your program. There's a whole lot of stuff. It's just adding sweat rather than adding effectiveness. Okay. Number 2, okay, allocate less time to your workouts. And this is going to sound crazy, but if you're working out for an hour, I guarantee I can shave 40 minutes off that program and get you working out and feeling good in much less time. 20 minutes, 25 minutes, I can get you a much better way of working out and a much better system to work out than you're doing now. Now, here's the thing. What happens when your workouts are longer? If your goal isn't to build a whole lot of muscle, you just want to look amazeballs, okay, then we can take things like your rest time down, the amount of exercises you're doing, etc. Take it right down so that you've got a laser approach to doing the most effective amount of work for the least amount of time, which means you can then jump onto your Zoom calls, get the kids out to school, all the things you have to do to live with life and get better results. All right. Number 3, okay, I guarantee that although you're working hard in the gym, we can optimize your nutrition. Now, this is the bit that's the hardest bit, because I know you probably spent a lot of time looking around, seeing what the latest people are saying, what the latest science is, etc. But whenever I start to work with a woman who's like, right, I'm busy, Greg, I don't know how I'm going to fit this all in. How am I going to prep? The biggest thing is that the diet isn't optimized to get the result. And that's why you're struggling. It's not for lack of effort, you're already moving. It's because the nutrition part isn't as optimized for your lifestyle, your schedule as it could be. So one of the things that I do is I look at, right, I assess everything that's going on in your life, stage of life, illness, etc. And then I look back and I create what's called the 3+1 diet method, implement that into your life. So you've got a very simple way to eat the right foods, hit all the nutrients that you need to hit, but also see your body change week on week. Okay? Because it doesn't have to be overly complicated, but it does need to be optimized. Okay? And you can optimize that without having to cook 2 different meals for the family, because that's a big one, right? The day job is done, or you're shutting down business work for the night, and then you cook dinner and you're like, well, how am I going to cook for a whole family? Well, if we get nutrition optimized, 3+1 method, then the whole family will enjoy all the food. You get the right portions and amounts of all the things you need. Everyone's a winner. And then you don't have to spend tons and tons of time slaving away over the stove. Okay? Because I know that speed is massive for you. So one of the things that's really good for you is that you don't have to think about this. All this stuff is just presented to you. You have my support. You have me in your back pocket to make sure that you're able to stay on track, get over the bumps in the road, and then 120 days later, you're looking at your body going, wow, who is this? Who am I as a person? It's a whole different person. So that's how I would do it, all right? As I said before, I would, 1, change the exercise selection in your program because it probably could be more optimal. 2, we're going to look at cutting down your time that you have to exercise in the gym. Hey, if you love an hour, we can program for an hour, but for many of you, it's probably not needed and you've got other things to do. Got business to run, etc., etc., etc. Okay. Number 3, we optimize your nutrition. Okay. Because I guarantee that's probably one of the biggest blocks that most people have is they're not sure what to eat, when to eat, how to eat without compromising time. Okay. So I do that with the 3+1 diet method. I make sure that you've got all the right nutrients, got the right amount of foods, you know exactly how much you need of each food. Okay, proteins, carbs, fats, and I just give that to you. You can just go, right, okay, I'm having this today, this today, this today, and I'm done. Because I know you've got bigger fish to fry, and I know that 2025, you want to look like the powerhouse woman that you want to be. All right. So if you've got questions on any of that, or you want to hear more about the $1 Million Body Method, comment below, let me know, and we'll have a chat and see how the program can work for you. I can send you the whole program details. It's got everything in there from the investment, how it works, etc. And then we can get you jamming, rocking and rolling so that 2025 becomes the time where you have your $1 Million Body. See you on the next time. Bye for now.